Hey, what's up everyone? My name's Dan, and today we're going to play some LASERCUT. This is a game for one player and one player only. And to set up, you're going to need to print just 2 sheets of paper. I laminated mine to use with dry erase markers. Your laser cutter sheet is ready to go right out of the printer. The other sheet you're going to cut into a hexomino guide and your personal MPD, Mobile Polyomino Designer. Now, it's important to cut this one out because we're going to be moving it around and rotating it. You're going to gather 6 of your favorite dice. I got purple today, plus 1 extra that's going to sit on your hexomino guide. Now, what is LASERCUT? Here's the situation. You're obsessed with polyomino games, so much so that you've bought an expensive laser cutter to make prototype pieces for your latest game design. But these acrylic sheets are pricey, and we're down to the last one, and it's pretty dinged up. And we can't get that blasted price sticker off. We're going to have to make the best of it. Now, our goal is to cut 20 unique hexominoes, plus a first player token out of acrylic. Now, a hexomino is, think like a Tetris block, but it's made of 6 squares instead of 4. So we got our hexomino guide here that shows every possible hexomino that you can cut. Now, to do all this, we're going to do a little Yahtzee-style rolling on the MPD to actually design the hexominoes we'll be cutting. And all the while, we'll be chasing down that sweet dopamine that comes from a well-placed hexomino. Let's jump in and start playing, and I'll explain as we go. We're going to start every turn by rolling the dice. And when you roll your dice, you're going to just position them on the numbers that appear on your MPD. Okay, so I don't love this roll, but we have 3 rolls. I'm going to re-roll. Oh boy, I think I'm going to re-roll all of these. I'll just keep the 2. And what I'm trying to do is connect these to make a hexomino. I still don't love that that 2's not connected. I'm going to re-roll a 5. I'll re-roll these and hope we don't get a number here. There we go. Okay. Connected that, connected that, connected that. Now, we have made a staircase, or we could shift this over and make a different shape. There's a few different shapes we can make here. I think I'm going to cut this shape. Now, this is called the city on the hexomino guide. It's found right here. So what I'm going to do is pull up my laser cutter and find a spot to put this. Now, on your laser cutter, the more of these dopamine symbols that you cover, the better your dopamine bonus will be. So if you only cover 1, you're only going to get 1 dopamine. But covering 2 will give you 3 dopamine, and covering 3 will give you 5 dopamine. So I'm going to put this right down here to get 2. Oh, I should have mentioned, so you can rotate this if it's hard for you to visualize. Well, it's hard to rotate things in your mind sometimes. So you can rotate this to make it easier to draw in there. Now we covered 2. The reward for covering 2 dopamine is 3 dopamine. So we are going to start at the bottom of our dopamine track and start circling our way up. Now we have just got ourselves a reroll. Now you start with 1 reroll already on board. Depending on which version you downloaded, in later versions I opted to not give you a focus or a jump from the start of the game. That may change in later versions, so whatever sheet you have, just work with what you have for playtesting purposes. All right, we're now going to finish this round by crossing off our new hexomino on the hexomino guide. We got ourselves a city. Now there's bonuses, as you can probably imagine, for completely filling out different families or groups of hexominoes. So if we get all 4 of these chunky hexominoes, we're going to get 2 extra dopamine and a very powerful compile, which we'll learn more about later. On to the next round. So we're going to start a new round by rolling, and let's see what we can make. 2, 3, 3, 1. Oh, we have a hexomino right out of the gate here. All right, so we could make this, it's called a clamp. Now we could do that, or we could also do this to make a hook. So I'm just looking at my sheet here. See what will fit better. I think we're going to go for the clamp shape. And we are going to rotate it. Now, if you need to help visualizing flipping it, you just need to shift your dice around a little bit, because you can keep dice on whatever number you want them to be. Like whatever the number is, that dice can be shifted left and right on there. And we will put this right here. Only 1 dopamine, but I feel like it's a good fit for the puzzle. 1 dopamine, so we've got ourselves another reroll. Now I should mention, on the dopamine track, you can only go up 1 side of each place where it branches. So we could have gone to the right here and gotten a jump, but I went for the rerolls this game. they will come in handy later. Now, in the early game, it's going to be pretty easy to make a unique hexomino, but as we approach the end, you can only use each hexomino once, so it's going to get harder and harder. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I forgot to cross it off here. Clamp. All right, let's roll. 3, 3, 2. I'm going to re-roll. Well, I'll keep the 5. Let's re-roll these. That might have been a bad idea. I'm going to re-roll all of these. 2, 3, 3, 4. I think we've made another chunky hexomino, so let's go with this. And I think I can get 2... yeah, I can get 2 dopamine out of this. I'm going to put this right here. All right, so that's going to give us 3 dopamine. Let's work our way up. Okay, I got myself a bump. I've got some pretty lucky rolls so far, so I haven't needed any of my bonuses. So let's check off our fish over here. Oops. There we go. Okay. So 2 down for the chunky hexominoes. Here we go. What do we got here? We've got, oh my goodness, did we get another one right out of the gate? I think we did. 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Okay, this is a pistol hexomino, and let's take it. Let's go with that. This can go right here. Ooh, this is nice. This is nice. Now I'll try to show this at some point, but you can also auto cut hexominoes by, if you cut around an area such that the uncut area is itself a hexomino that you haven't cut, you basically auto cut it and it will be automatically added to your hexomino guide. So let's cross off a pistol here. There we go. This is good. Did I get my dopamine for that? That was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dopamine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I missed something somewhere, so I should have 2 more dopamine. Yeah, 2 more dopamine. Now I just got a scramble. A scramble is going to randomly generate a hexomino. So I'm going to get my hexomino guide, and I'm going to roll my extra die plus one of these purple dice. And the black one is going to go, I just arranged it on top, and each hexomino has a little tag there. But basically this is giving you coordinates, X, Y coordinates, to show you which hexomino to cut. So we are going to look down to row 3, column 2, and that's going to give us this baton shape. So cross off our baton. And where are we going to put that? That is going to go, ooh, oh no, it doesn't quite fit there. I thought that was going to be a good spot. Okay, this might get things a little risky later, but this gets me 2 dopamine, and I'm all about that dopamine. All right, 2 dopamine gives us 3 more on here. Oh, we have run into another scramble. Things are picking up quick. This scramble is going to give us row 1, column 3. So the axe is what we're going to cut next. Now, where are we going to put the axe? Ooh, I was going to say if I put it right here, that will mean that the only remaining space here is that clamp shape that we already cut here, so we can't do that. I kind of want to stay out of this area because I'm a little worried about getting out of here. We can do it, but I'm gonna stay down here for now. We are gonna put it here. Sometimes it's smart to avoid getting dopamine so that on later turns you have a better chance to get multiple dopamine. So I'm gonna go, nope, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do it like this. There we go. All right, next. What do we have here? 4, 4, 2. Okay, this is not a great roll. Our dice are pretty widely dispersed here. So I think I'll keep just 1, 4 and re-roll the rest. 2, 2, 3. That's a little better. Oh, we have a 1. All right, so now I'm just going to re-roll this one. If I get a 6, I might be in trouble. No, I got a 1. All right, now the problem is, oh, we've already made a pistol. We've already made an axe, but we haven't made this shape yet. So we're going to do this curve shape. That is going to go, where is that going to go? Let's go with, boy, that is not too great. You know what? I think I'm going to use one of my re-rolls because I don't like this shape. So I'm just going to cross that off. And we will re-roll. I'm going to re-roll a bunch here. Just get something completely different. Hopefully. There we go. Oh, we can get maybe another chunky shape here. If we do this. There, we have a bomb, which I will place right. I'm just thinking ahead here. So I know I want to do this shape right here. So I'm kind of saving that area. That means I'm going to have to do a shape like this here, which means we can't fit our bomb where I want it right there. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. Well, we're just going to have to put it over here and hope for the best. Right here. So I'm already getting a little bit nervous because we got some just narrow areas here, which really limits the opportunities for finding a hexomino we like. So bomb gives us 2 dopamine, which translates to 3 dopamine over here. 1, 2, 3. And we are going to fill in the bomb. We only need one more shape to get our chunky hexomino bonuses. So on to the rolling. If we can get a brick, that would be amazing. But I really want to try to get this corner sorted out here because it's starting to get tight. All right, 6s, 5s, 4s. Oh, we almost have that brick shape. Maybe we ought to go for it. But we also almost have, yeah, if we get one more 5, that will make the shape I want for this corner. So let's go for it. 4, we are going to use our bump now because a bump can put a number up or down by 1. So we'll use our bump. That's going to turn this 4 into a 5. Look at that. So it's upside down right now, but for how we want to put it on our laser cutter, like that. All right, that's going to go right here. And we got to work around this sticker. The sticker is not a playable space. We got 1 dopamine for that. That's going to give us a focus. All right. Oh, we got to cross that off our list over here. We got a claw. So we're pretty close to completing the wraparounds as well. So that could be another family to pursue. All right. What do we have? Some 4s. We have a 5. Let's re-roll these. It's my second roll. 3, 4, 2. Look at that. We have, this is called a mailbox. What can we do with a mailbox? Oh, I can see what we're going to do with the mailbox. We're going to turn it sideways, shift this here, and this is going to go right down here for 2 more dopamine. The mailbox is one of my favorite hexominoes. What's your favorite hexomino? Feel free to comment down below. All right, 2 dopamine translates to 3. We got our first compile. Now, compile is very special. It lets us pick any hexomino we want. We are going to use this to deal with our issues over here. We're going to make an eagle. First, let's check off our mailbox. You can just cross these off, but it's a lot funner to color them in. We got an eagle. That's what we're going to use our compile to get. Basically, it just lets you pick any hexomino that you haven't already cut. And that is going to go nicely right up here, earning us an additional dopamine. All right, things are starting to shape up. There's a shape that I want to, well, there's 2 shapes that we could fit in here. Ideally, we get ourselves, it's called scissors on here. This shape right here, upside down, is going to fit in here nicely. So that's what we're shooting for. But you will find in LaserCut, if you try to get a shape, a specific shape, it's very difficult. Actually, this is a good chance to use our focus, because focus makes it a lot easier to chase down a specific shape. So I have an extra die. Focus lets you add this extra die in, and then when you're done, you just discard whichever die you want to get your finished hexomino. And let's see what we get. I'll bring this over here. 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. We might already have what we need here. 4, 5. No, I don't think we quite do. So to make scissors, we want, I think what we need is, we need a 4 instead of these. So if we get a 4 there, then we'll have our scissors. Let's roll 2. Look at that. We got some 4s. And there are our scissors. I'll just rotate this for how I want on my sheet. Shift these around a little bit because it's mirrored. No, that's not it. There it is. Okay, so this is the shape that we're going to fit right in here. And it makes me happy. Look at that. All right, scissors, check. All right, now about this time, I would really like to get, I want to, well, let's roll. We're going to put our extra die back. Oh, I want to get that brick to finish the chunky family of hexominoes. Oh, it was upside down. 2, 2, 2, 3. Let's re-roll these. We might be able to turn this into a brick. There's another 3. Final roll. We got a 3. Look at that. The rolls are working today. Okay, where can we put this brick? We can put it, let's go. Oh, I got an idea to auto cut later. So I'm going to do a brick here, giving us a dopamine. Finishes a family of hexominoes. That's going to get us 2 more dopamine, which gives us a reroll. And we've also got a compile here, which lets us pick any hexomino. And watch this. This is going to chain together. There's a plan. We want to do... Ooh, have I used all the hexominoes that I need? I'm hoping to cut out this half moon shape here. Oh, yes, we can do it. Yes, so we're going to use... This is called the nunchucks, this shape. It's going to give us 2 more dopamine, which translates to 3 dopamine on the laser cutter. 1, 2, 3. We got ourselves a bump. We got ourselves a focus. And we have auto cut this half moon shape. So over to the hexomino guide. Our nunchucks are down here. Our half moon shape is up here. That really came together nicely. I'm very happy about that. Okay, now it's pretty limited what we can do here. We want to kind of wrap around this. So I think that's the shape we're going to target next. It's a good time to get out the focus. Cross that off. See if we can fill in the corner. Ooh, this looks good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And we could also make do with just like a square bracket thing there. So let's see if we can get some more 4s. We got a 5. 5 we can bump into a 4. Well, let's wait until we roll this one. See what we get. 2, 5. Yeah, we'll use our bump. Bump is going to shift this down. And now we have a nice little corner piece we can put up here. I'm a little nervous here because this is a very square area and we've used up all of our chunky pieces. So we're going to be very careful. I think we're going to try to get this side bracket here and then snake down this side. Okay. Corner. There's a nice square. All right, we're almost done here. Now, at some point we need to cut a first player token, although ideally you wait till the end of the game. And that's just a simple 1x1 square. Whenever it appears, that is when you cut it. We also haven't used the cardboard yet, and if we fail to make a hexomino, which will surely happen as we approach the end of the game, we're going to have to cut into this cardboard scrap instead. All right, let's see what happens. 1, 1, 3. This is not great. Oh, actually, we almost have our bracket already, so let's just roll this one. We are looking for a 2. Okay, we are going to be burning through some rerolls here, I think, so let's use a reroll. I'm always nervous rerolling 1 dice because it's a 1 in 6 chance that I get what I want. Oh boy. Okay, we'll reroll one more time. I probably shouldn't be using all these. Oh, it's another 5. Great, 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 great. we can work with this. We're going to use a bump. We're going to bump this up. You can change it to a 2 or you can just leave it. You know what it is. And we are going to cut this shape first. We might even be able to auto cut our bracket later, which would be ideal. You can see where the bracket needs to go. So if we just close this off, then we will auto cut the bracket. All right, where's our rifle? Let's cross that off. Okay, coming down home stretch here. Can we do it? Things get really tight at the end here. We need to fill in this. I always look at the nagging edges here. We need a little wormy piece. I guess it's called a snake. Oh, that's going to get us in trouble down here. We might be in big trouble here. Might be in big trouble. Well, we'll figure it out as we get closer. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't love that shape. Let's re-roll these. 3, 2, 1. There's our nunchucks. We've already made the eagle, so we can't work with that. Let's re-roll these. Oof. All right, so we have failed to make a hexomino. I could use a re-roll, but I would rather start from scratch. So we are going to bin this. Or in other words, we're going to treat this as some practice on our cardboard scrap over here. So what we have to do is, I could reposition these however I want on these numbers. Like I could put it like this. I'll just keep it how it was for now. I could rotate it still, but we're going to cut it on the cardboard scrap exactly how it appears here. So, doot, 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 doot. And then our 6s are up here. Now we've got 2 dopamine, but they're in 2 different shapes, so we don't get that 2 for 3 or 3 for 2 bonus. So we're just going to get 2 dopamine, which is nice. We have an extra jump. We'll have to use a jump soon. We may not have a chance to use a jump. Jump just lets you cut somewhere not adjacent to what you've already cut before. So, next round. We try again. 2, 3, 3, 1. Let's re-roll these. Okay, we have a 3 and a 4. This is something we can probably work with. Yes, okay. Or, even better would be, I think we need a seahorse. Or do we need to save the seahorse? We need a seahorse. So a seahorse means we need to re-roll this. No, that's not a seahorse. I'm trying to make this shape right here. So I need 2, 3, 4. There, so I need a 2 and a 4 to finish my seahorse. We have no bumps. This is not probably going to work. Oh my goodness, we're getting close. We have, oh, if we had a bump, we could push it right here. All we have is a reroll, so we're gonna use that. That ain't it. All right, more for the cardboard scrap. What can we do with this? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're gonna have to get a bit creative here. This goes way over here. And this goes up here. So that's gonna be right here. There's a space, and then this one's gonna be up here. And then the 6 is right here. Oh, we got 1 dopamine. A compile would be really nice right now. We need to just pick some pieces. We're gonna need to use our focus here because we're in trouble. Let's bring an extra die in. We need that seahorse. 2, 3, 4, 4. And now we need a 2 and a 1. There we go. We got it. We got it. There's the seahorse. Okay. Seahorse is going to go upside down right here. I think it has to because I think that's our one of our only ways out of this chunky corner because we used all of our chunky hexominoes. So we got a dopamine. We have another reroll online that will come in handy. All right. Now, planning time. We need our snake here, right here, or right here, and that's going to make our first player hexomino. So we have our bracket. I'm a little worried here. I don't really know how this is going to turn out. Okay, I'm going to jump ahead here in the video just while I think about how we can puzzle our way out of this. All right, I have it figured out. Here's the plan. No idea if we can accomplish it. However, if we do a snake right here, we will cut our first player hexomino here, our first player token here. Then if we put a waterfall right here, we can finish with a putter right here. Now we can do that in any order. Try not to erase all my important lines here, but we have a plan to finish this puzzle. Just a matter of whether we can roll for it. So, on to the rolling. I'm going to keep my options open because we could cut any of those right now. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 5s or a 5 and a 1 would finish our putter. So let's go for that. There's a 1. If only we had that bump. All right, we'll cut this one. We'll roll this one. We have a reroll. Oh, there's a 1. We already cut this shape though. If we had a 3, we could make our waterfall. So we're going to use our reroll. A few different things we could use here. I think I have to reroll these also just to keep my options open. 1 and 2. I think this is bad. How bad is it? I mean, it seems to be pretty bad. We have no jumps. We have... I don't know if we can cut this. Oh, we might be able to cut this on our... Yes, we can. All hope is not lost. We shift this here. We can cut this on the cardboard. So this will fit right here and here. All right, we are now almost certainly dead if we can't roll anything else. So it's all down to this. We need a shape. Oh, wow, that's a lot of big numbers. 5, 6, 6, 5, 6. Okay, actually, that's the start of our snake. So if we can get a 4, we have 2 chances to get a 4, basically. I don't like how this is going. Oh, well, we got 5. Can we work with this? We haven't cut a hook yet. I think that's game over, folks. Well, mission failed. We gave it a good try. We were quite close, so just so you, in case you're very dissatisfied with this, if we had succeeded, we were looking for something like snake right here. Oh, what was I going to do there? Oh, the waterfall was going to go right here. And then the putter was going to go here, and then our first player token would have been there. Alas, it was not to be today. Thanks for watching this playthrough of LASERCUT. If you enjoyed it, this is currently free to play in the 2025 Solitaire Print and Play Contest on Board Game Geek, and you can find a link in the description of this video. Would love to hear your thoughts if you get a chance to give it a try and see if you manage to do better than I did today. Thanks for watching.